And it's your last opportunity to give those team members a high five or a nice warm hug. Grab a photograph or a selfie with your cabin steward. It'll make their day, I promise you. They've been making your bed, so make their day with a selfie. How does that sound?
Good.
Now, the cruise is far from over. We've got so much in store for you today. Everything from this is the main event, the reason why many of you booked the cruise in the first place, I know. The International Men's Hairy Chest Competition. Yeah, that's going to be on the Lido deck today. It's followed by our Groove for St. Jude charity fundraising event. We've also got a whopping $5,000 jackpot bingo session, and that's just the highlights of the daytime. We've also got Lip Sync Battle, the main event tonight, as well as our unforgettable fond farewell party. Now, over the last few weeks, this party has been growing and growing in popularity. It gets busy, but we are going to go out with a bang. Tonight at 8:45, I'd love to see you in the atrium lobby. We're going to have a decades party. So there's going to be music for everybody there. We're going to start back in the 50s and 60s and bring it right through to the naughty noughties. At 9:30, we're going to drop hundreds upon hundreds of balloons on the atrium lobby. Now, who's seen Willy Wonka, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Yeah! What was he looking for? A golden ticket, right? We put 3 winning tickets inside the balloons during the balloon drop. And if you find a winning ticket, you win yourself a fancy pants prize presented to you by the captain himself. So 8:45, Deck 3 is the place to be. Though you can enjoy the party from 4 and 5, Deck 3 is the place to be. I hereby invite each and every single one of you. Who's coming?
Yes.
Fantastic. Now this morning I do have our debarkation presentation. Over the course of the next few moments, I am going to share with you some very important information. I'm going to demystify the debarkation process. If you have any questions, I will hang around at the end of the presentation just down here. So feel free to ask your questions at the end so I can make it through the presentation in a decent amount of time, because after 7 days you worked out I talk too much. So let's start. First things first, we've covered what's happening. So the shops. The shops will close tonight. The fun shops close tonight and they do not reopen. So if you've had your eye on something fancy, you've seen it, you like it, buy it. If you're thinking about treating someone you love dearly that may be on the cruise with you, no pressure, jets, get in there. Buy your surprises, buy your treats. If you're looking to pick up a few souvenirs for folks at home, it's not too late. But do remember that when the shops close tonight, they remain closed. We'll come back to this in a little moment. I have a little story for you. But next, the casino. Who's been playing in the casino?
Yes.
Oh, who's been winning in the casino? If you were sat next to someone that just whooped, you know who has your money? I'll leave it there. No, but with the casino, for those of you that may have casino chips, make sure you cash those chips in before you go to bed tonight. By all means, play all day, play all night, but before you go to bed, cash those chips in and balance your accounts in the casino, because once the casino closes tonight, it remains closed. Make sense? Perfect. This is going to be a fast presentation. You're all paying attention. This is great. Your onboard accounts, your sail and sign cards. Who opened their sail and sign account with cash on the first day? Who deposited cash? Yeah, the rich people. There's a few hands going up. Nice to meet you. So, for the rich people, make sure you balance your onboard accounts with us. Meaning, if you have money left on your account, take it back. I asked them if I could keep it. They said no. It's your money, please do take it back. And if you spent more money on board than you deposited on your account, pay up. Make sure you balance your onboard accounts. For those of you that have opened your account with cash, if for some reason you forget and your balance is greater than $10, we'll mail you a check to the address that we have on file for you. However, if your balance is $9.99 or less and you forget to take your money back from us, we will give that money to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, because you obviously didn't want it. It's an incredibly worthy cause. Who's heard of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital? Yeah. It's a facility in Memphis, Tennessee that are pioneering cancer research treatments and treatments for other life-threatening diseases and illnesses, particularly for the boys and girls that attend. It's an incredible facility. They're saving lives. They also provide housing, food, transportation, and all kinds of support for the families, and they do it for free. It's an incredible organization. We will be supporting them, as I said today, on the Lido deck. I'd love to see you at our charity fundraising event. Now, for everybody else, because there weren't too many people that said they opened their accounts with cash. Who opened their account with a credit or a debit card? Everybody else. And if you didn't just whoop or say you opened your account with cash, I presume someone else is paying for you. That's the best scenario. But if you have registered a credit or a debit card with us, you don't have to do anything. It's the joys of using plastic. Providing that there is enough money on the card that you registered with us. If you need to register a 12th or 14th card with us to cover what you've spent, that's fine. Now, regarding your expenditure on board, you can check your account in real time on the Carnival Hub app. You can see every single transaction. If you're not using the app, don't worry. We'll deliver to your cabin an itemized statement. For most of you, it will be placed in the mailbox outside your cabin. For some, it won't fit, so we just prop it up against the wall. Hey, big spenders. Yes, but be sure to check over your accounts. Make sure you recognize the charges on there. If for some reason you have any questions about your account, my advice to you is dial 7777 on any ship's phone. 7777. That gets you through to our guest services team. Please be aware, they get very busy today with people looking to close their accounts, or those people that didn't come to this presentation that have got questions, okay? So my advice to you is relax, dial 7777 from any ship's phone. Alternatively, that desk is open 24 hours. If there's a line, don't waste the last day of your vacation stood in a line at guest services. Get out there, have fun, enjoy yourself, and go back to the desk when the line is a little shorter or not there at all. That's my biggest tip for you today. Now, for those of you that use credit or debit cards, do be aware that there will be a hold placed on your credit or debit card. This is standard practice. If anyone has rented a car before, who's rented a car? Stayed in a hotel? Yeah. So you're familiar with holds being placed on your cards. Basically, there's a portion of funds frozen on your account, and it thaws out after 3 to 5 working days. Carnival don't have that money. Okay? That money has not been taken from your account, but it's frozen by your bank. Your bank has the hold on it. Carnival can't release that hold. So please don't waste your time going to guest services asking for them to take it off. They can't do it. It's your bank that have that hold on your funds. Now, customs forms. I mentioned that the line at guest services gets pretty long today for those people that didn't attend this presentation. You, for coming to this presentation, are all now a part of my inner circle, okay? I'm going to tell you a secret right here, right now, that you have to promise that you're not going to tell. Do you promise?
Yeah.
Okay. How many of you have traveled internationally before and had to fill out these customs forms? Yeah. Who loves filling out paperwork? No. Okay. This is the secret. They don't exist anymore. Yeah. I had nothing to do with the decision, but I'll take all of the glory. You're welcome. Oh, okay, but this is why it's a secret. Because the people don't come to this presentation. They don't know that these forms don't exist. And many of them end up at guest services asking for them. If you know those forms don't exist and you see me around the ship today or tomorrow morning, you just gotta look me in the eye and say, "Hey, Lee." Just give me that little double fist bump and a peace. And that lets me know that you're a part of my inner circle. Give it a go. Try it on. Everyone. Oh, you even did the hey, Lee. Great job. You went full rehearsal with this thing. You've inspired. Okay, let's do it again. Everybody give me a hey, Lee, and then a pop-up.
Hey.
You know, that's our signal that you know the secrets, okay? You're my favorites. So, what are you allowed to take back into the United States? Well, US citizens, do we have anybody from the United States in the room? Just a handful of you. Okay. Well, per person, You can take up to $800 worth of tax and duty-free items. That's per person. So, traveling as a couple, he's never been worth more to you, beautiful. He's worth another $800 of your allowance right there. You can also take 1 liter of liquor. You can take 1 carton of cigarettes, which is equivalent to 200, and 100 cigars that are still allowed to be Cuban, okay? So that is $800 worth of tax and duty-free items per person, 1 liter of alcohol per person, a carton of cigarettes, and 100 cigars. Now, you have to be of legal age to consume the products in order to import them, meaning you cannot assign a huge bottle of tequila to your 6-year-old, okay? Just so you know, just so you know. Now, do we have any Canadians in? Canadians? Well, I'll tell you anyway, just in case you're shy. Canadians, you can take 800 Canadian dollars worth of tax and duty-free items in. 1 carton of cigarettes, only 50 cigars, nothing to do with me. Take it up with Justin Bieber when you get home. Also, 1.5 liters of wine and 1.14 liters of liquor. They get a little extra booze. You want to know why? You've got to stay warm somehow, haven't you? Yes! Now, we do have some special groups tomorrow, priority groups for disembarking the ship. This is the real reason you're here, okay? Wanting to learn about getting off the ship tomorrow. Our priority groups are these people listed here. Do we have any diamond guests in the room? Any diamond cruisers? Any platinum cruisers? No. Oh, one. Thank you for coming. The reason why I'm excited is because our diamond and platinum cruisers are the most loyal Carnival cruisers in our loyalty program. You may have looked around, especially if this is your first cruise, and gone, hang on a minute, why is my card blue and hers is gold? Why is his red? And why does that guy have a fancy silver one over there? It's actually platinum. But it's all to do with a loyalty scheme, and the more you cruise with Carnival, the more perks you get. And as you get to platinum and diamond status, you are offered priority debarkation. Now, the first people off the ship will be our diamond and platinum guests that are carrying off their own luggage. We don't have too many of them, it'll take about 5 minutes at most. Next, we get to our Faster to the Fun program and suite guests. Do we have anyone in the Faster to the Fun program? Yeah, well, tomorrow it's more like Faster from the Fun. But you enrolled in the Priority Embarkation and Debarkation program, so you are the next people off the ship. The people staying in the suites, do we have anybody that's been staying in a suite? One of the perks of staying in a suite is that they get on and off the ship first. One of the downsides is they have to get out of bed to turn the light off. You're welcome. It's a slow burner. Also, anybody on an early flight? Who's flying home? Fantastic. I normally use an airplane, but if you can do that, that's brilliant. Now, for those of you with early flights, many of you have already communicated your onward travel arrangements with us before you got on board. If for some reason you're worried that we don't know that you're flying home on the time of your flight, do let the guest services team know. As I say, my advice is dial 7777 on any ship's phone. All of these groups here will be sent a letter to their cabins, okay? It has secret information in there about your meeting time and location. Don't tell everybody else. Now, early flights. What is an early flight? Well, it's before noon from Long Beach and before 1 from LAX. So that's a flight before noon from Long Beach and a flight before 1 from LAX. How do you get to the airport? Now it's 2019 and who uses Uber? Yeah! I mean, Uber's amazing until you've got 3,000 people that are all calling an Uber at the same time, and taxis are limited. My advice to you is book on our airport transfer service. When my mum cruises with us, and I promise you this is the whole truth, I book my mum on this transfer shuttle. It is so easy. You get off the ship, they've got a list of names. Make sure you get on the right coach, okay? Because one goes to Long Beach, the other goes to LAX. That's the hardest part of your day, right there. You load your bags on, they take you to the airport. No stress, no worries. Those coaches run frequently throughout the day. So when you get off, you just make your way out of the terminal building, over to the coach, jump on, they take you to the airport. no worries. When you get an Uber, there's no guarantee that your bags are going to fit in, or you've got to decide what you're going to leave behind, a suitcase on your children. I know, it's difficult. I say book on the transfer service and take everybody and everything with you. You can book on it through guest services or the Carnival Hub app. Now, everybody else that's not a part of those fancy pants priority groups, where is everybody else? Who's the everybody else? Okay, I need you to do a bit of acting for me right now. I need you to pretend you're really concerned. You're really worried. You've got to hit your chest and say, what about me, Lee? Okay, you don't need to shout. I'll tell you. If you're not a part of our priority groups, I kindly ask you to decide on one of two debarkation methods. The first method available to you is our express debarkation or self-assist. That means you're going to carry off all of your own luggage. If you have got a manageable amount of suitcases, as some people, this guy's already saying a prayer. He's got his head down. He's like, please don't make me carry the 9 bags she packed. Yes. Or is he asleep? No, he's texting. Hi, welcome. Eyes awake, wakey, back in the room. No. So, please only opt for this method if you can safely manage all of your own bags. This is debarkation, not Cirque du Soleil, okay? If you've got more bags than you can safely manage, please opt for the second option. But as I say, if you can manage your bags, this is express. These are going to be the people that are called off the ship first, those that are carrying their own bags. So what do? Today, you pack your bags. Do not waste time folding dirty laundry. My mum always folds the clothes when we're packing to go back home. The clothes are dirty, they're just going to go back in the machine. Stick it in there, stuff it in there, sit on the case, zip it up, forget about it. Doesn't have to be all neat and tidy, it's going in the machine. And if you can't close your suitcase by sitting on it, get up to the buffet, eat some more, come back and sit on it, okay? Get the neighbors round if you have to. Don't waste time folding dirty clothes. So you pack your bags and you keep your suitcases in your cabin, okay? Don't be confused by the other people that might put their bags outside. If you want to get off the ship as fast as you can, keep your bags with you tonight. Make sense? Yeah. Okay. You need your cabin key out and in your hand tomorrow. When you're called to the gangway, these people will be called by the deck number that you've been staying on. If you're carrying your own bags, I call you by the deck you've been staying on. Only when your deck is called should you come down to deck 3 in the forward of the ship with your cabin key out and in your hand. Do make sure that in a purse or a bag or a pocket, you've got your proof of citizenship handy. That's your passport or your birth certificate. But our security only need to see your cabin key one last time, and you get to take it with you as a souvenir. Yeah, I know. Fancy, right? You're welcome. Now, if you are not able to manage your luggage, okay? Maybe you brought 9 suitcases. Maybe you need help with a wheelchair. Maybe you need special assistance. Please, check your bags in with us. How do you do that? Today, you collect a luggage tag. They're available on deck 5 by the coffee shop. You do not need a luggage tag if you're going to carry your bags off with you. You only need these luggage tags if you're checking your bags in. So tonight, you need assistance with your bags? Collect a luggage tag, one for every suitcase you need help with. Pack your bags today. Again, don't waste time. Stuff it, zip it, forget about it. Put a tag on that bag, place it outside your cabin between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. tonight. Our housekeeping team collect the bags and they prepare them for offloading in Long Beach once we arrive. Leave out your sail and sign card. Leave out your proof of citizenship. Leave out any medication you take on a daily basis. We do not want any cray-cray on the gangway. And lastly, and most importantly, leave out something to wear. You know, I mentioned about the shops closing. When they close tonight, they close. I have a little story for you. It was a man, a married man. He came down to the gangway on debarkation a few months ago, and he looked at me and I recognized the look. He looked like a man who was in trouble. sweating. He looks at me, he says, Lee, I need you to open the shop. I said, sir, I can't open the shop. I explained in the present. You missed it, didn't you? Yeah. The shops are closed, sir. I'm really sorry, I can't open the shop. He's like, Lee, I need you to open the shop. He was desperate. I thought, you know, this man really wants a fridge magnet. Maybe I can help him. I said, sir, what is it that you need? He said, clothes for my wife. So let me take you back in time. On the last night of their cruise, this beautiful couple had enjoyed their meal in the restaurant. They came to watch lip sync battle. They joined us for the farewell party. They had a couple of drinks and they went back to the cabin. Okay? Now, they went back to the cabin, not for an ice cream, no, for a shower. Yeah. They went back. He was in the shower while she packed the bag. She prepared for the shower, wrapped in a towel, finished packing everything. She got in the shower, and while she was in the shower, as a diligent husband, he put the bags outside the cabin. Now riddle me this, because this is the part of the story I don't truly understand, okay? She was the person that packed all of her clothes in the suitcase, but because he was the one that put it outside, it was his fault. I can tell how many of you are married because the married men are all going, uh-huh.
That is true.
My point is, you need to leave something out to wear. Now, there's always a concerned lady out there that's saying, well, Lee, what happened? Finish the story. Have you ever seen the final scenes of E.T. with all of the sheets and the blanket? Yeah? It was somewhat reminiscent of the end of E.T. We loaned the lady a robe, and she went out into the terminal building wearing only a robe. Now that was kind, because it's my opinion that those robes belong to the ship, and we should take them back. But we loaned her a robe. She went out to the terminal building. She changed in the bathroom. You don't want to be that person who's recreating E.T., okay? You know, we don't want no phone home. Please leave something out to wear. So as a reminder, your options are, carry off your own bags. Keep them with you tonight. I'll call you to the gangway by the deck number you've been staying on. Or, pack your bags, put a luggage tag on them. I will call you by the number on your luggage tag. See how that one's number 7? I will call you by the luggage tag number you placed on your cases, and please, leave something out to wear. Okay, we are nearly done. For those guests that require special assistance with wheelchairs, scooters, walkers, or canes, we have a team of crew members that are ready and waiting to push you off the ship. In a wheelchair, yeah. But they can't carry your bags as well, so please make sure you check your luggage in with us. When you hear your luggage tag number called on the speakers, make your way down to the theatre. This is where the team are ready and waiting for you with the wheelchairs. They'll push you right through to the terminal building. But you have to check your luggage. Next, in your cabins, amongst all of the paperwork that's been delivered to you, most of which you probably didn't read, be honest, yeah? There's this flyer. It answers all of the frequently asked questions, and this beautiful lady in yellow brought it with her. Hold it up in the air proudly. Yes. So find that flyer. It's going to give you an approximate timing for the debarkation announcements. That's not to say when that time hits, you make your way to the gangway. Please listen to the announcements in the morning. It also answers the very important questions like, where can I eat? And how long for? Because let's be real, if you eat enough today and tomorrow, you can probably survive for a week without cooking when you get home. It also tells you about the photo gallery being open. That's your last chance to get your photos tomorrow morning. And who bought booze? Yeah, on the ship or in port. Who bought booze? Okay, I don't want to spoil it for you. Your booze will be delivered to your cabin. Yeah. You don't have to read the fly for that one. You're really happy about that. So yeah, Your booze will be delivered to your cabin. If you have questions, refer to the flyer because the answer is probably there. We're going to start our debarkation process at approximately 7:45 in the morning, though there are a few formalities that we have to observe with the local customs and border protection officers, okay? They have to give us clearance to let people off before we can start our debarkation. So we're at their mercy in the morning. All being well, 7:45 we'll be starting that process. Now, where can you get off the ship? Again, in a circle. Shh. All cruise long, you've had to go down to deck 0 to get off the ship. Not tomorrow. Deck 3 in the atrium lobby, the main lobby by guest services, is where we let you out. Only go down to deck 0 if you want to laugh at the people that didn't come to this presentation. They didn't get a message, okay? So the gangway will be on deck 3 in the main atrium lobby. For that reason, you are not allowed to wait in the atrium lobby. It's a no waiting zone. Why? Because if you start waiting by the door, sir, one person turns into 10 people, turns into 100 very fast. And you create a blockage. To be very honest, you're in the way, okay? We get a blockage, we get backed up. Nobody likes being backed up at 7:45 in the morning. No, it's uncomfortable, right? People get grumpy if they get a blockage. We don't want a blockage. What do we want in the morning? A nice, relaxed, smooth, comfortable flow. Yes. Bless you. So get up in the morning, get yourself a coffee, relax, unwind. Please listen to the announcements, and when you're called, come on down to deck 3 in the atrium lobby. Make sense? Perfect. For those of you that are traveling in large groups, family groups, or friendship groups, my advice to you, head on out to the terminal building. It's not survival of the fittest, okay? Meet each other in the terminal building. Why? There's a lot more space out there, and once you're out, you're out. You're free. If you stick around, you're like a salmon in Alaska, and you're finding your way back through the line, being like, no, sorry, excuse me, Julie, where are you? Julie, come on. No, leave Julie behind, just get out. If there's anyone called Julie in the room, I am sorry, Julie. We're not going to leave you. That being said, parents, you have to take your children with you, okay? Camp Ocean is amazing. The team up there look after the kids, but you can't just leave them there till they're 18 and come back and pick them up. Take your kids with you, take your husbands with you, but if you are a part of a big group, meet each other out in the terminal building. It's so much easier than trying to meet each other on the stairs or work out what deck you're going to be on. I'll be honest with you, the elevators get busy tomorrow, okay? So you can help everybody else by, as soon as you get to that deck 3 level in the elevator, get out and get out. Make sense? Perfect. Now, pop quiz. What do our security need to see from you? They only need to see your sail and sign card. But what do you need handy in a purse or a pocket? Your passport or birth certificate. Great. If you are carrying off your own bags, I call you by the deck number that you've been staying on. If you've checked your luggage in with us, I call you by luggage tag. And what do you need to leave out? Clothes, yes, perfect. Now we are so nearly done. I just need to take one moment on behalf of all of the crew on board. When you get home, in your email, you're going to get a survey. It looks a little bit like this. It asks you about your experience with us here on board the Carnival Splendor. As I said at the start of this presentation, we've been striving to give you a 12 out of 10 experience. If you have to downgrade us and give us a 10 on this survey, feel free, because there's no 12, it only goes to 10. But seriously, people ask me, cruise after cruise, about gratuities and tipping the team. That's fantastic, and for those of you that feel so compelled to show your appreciation to the team members, on their behalf, thank you. It is allowed and it is appreciated. But the best way you can give back to the team is with this survey. Remember the names of the people that have gone above and beyond for you. Remember the names of the team members that have stood out to you. Why? Because this survey goes all the way to Miami head office. We're out here on the West Coast. We don't get a lot of Miami head office people over here. So please let them know if you've had a great time in these surveys. If you've enjoyed the food and the service in the dining room, give them a 10 out of 10 out of 10. If you've enjoyed the drinks on the bar and the service from the bartenders, 10 out of 10 out of 10. How many of you feel like your cabin steward is an addition to your family, like a long-lost family member? How many of you want to take your cabin steward home with you? Exactly. So give them that 10 out of 10 out of 10. Folks, it is so important, and I'll be honest with you, the Carnival Splendor, she's 11 years old. This ship, 11 years old. She's not one of the new fancy ships with the bells and whistles, but I am so proud that this 11-year-old pink lady, she's in the top 5. She's ranked as one of the top 5 ships in the Carnival Cruise Line fleet. There's 26 of them. Do you know what that tells me? That tells me it's the people and the heart on this ship that really makes a difference. And if a crew member is connected with you this week, give back to them by giving them that all-important 10 out of 10 out of 10. Now you can also give us some suggestions in this survey, okay? It asks for your feedback. First, if you've not had a good time with us, please let the guest services team know. It's so much easier for us to put it right for you while you're here with us than it is for you to write in this survey and expect a response. There's over 3,000 of you on this ship. Now we read them all, but to get a response, that's difficult through a survey. I hope you can appreciate that. So if you need help with anything on board, please let us know before you get off, because we want to make it right. We've been wanting to make this the most amazing vacation you've had, the best vacation you've had. Who's on the very first cruise? Then this has been the best cruise you've ever been on. But I hope we've set a high bar for you for your next cruises to come. And for those of you that have sailed before, I hope this has been notable, if not one of your favorite. You can make suggestions in these surveys on how we can do things better. And if you do have anything to suggest, feel free to write it in the survey. Now, on behalf of all of the team members on board, I want to thank you, because you are what make the cruise, and you make our experience different week after week after week. People say, do you not get bored spending 8 months at sea? No, because every week we're cruising with different people. Sometimes you come back. Now, I, for one, love the fact that we can share your birthdays and your anniversaries, that we share your graduation celebrations or just celebrations of life. We're so lucky to get to share that with you, but you are what set the tone. We can only do so much. You amazing, fun-loving guests. So first of all, give yourselves a huge round of applause. Yeah, pat on the back as well. But it would be unfair for me to stand here in front of you and say, give the crew a round of applause, because they'd never hear you. No, don't do it, because they won't hear you. Your cabin stewards are busy trying your clothes on one last time before you pack up. The guys are preparing the drinks for when you get out of here. But Carnival Splendor family, I have invited a small handful of them down. They're sneaking in early. They want to say thank you for sailing with us. So give them a huge round of applause. This is your Carnival Splendor family. If you drank at least one drink, let's hear it for the bar team. The beverage operations manager, who are in the steakhouse. We've got your steakhouse service here. The guys responsible for your clothes getting tighter and tighter. It's the guys from the kitchen. Well done, Galley team. Well done. We've also got our dining room staff. They work on, this guy fixes the broken things. Yes. We've got all of the dining room team, your matron D's as well. Your incredible housekeeping team. They've got those adorable towel animals with them as well. We've got your housekeeping manager, our guest services manager and guest services team. Welcome home, Jeff. We've got your Carnival Adventures manager there, Ian. We've got Taya from Camp Ocean. She's been looking after all of the kids. We've also got our musicians, players, performers, Fox Rock, my boss, your entertainment director, and Shadow from Bingo. We've got our officers, our safety officer. We've got our staff captain, our hotel director, and of course, the man who's been responsible for each and every single one of us. Folks, believe it or not, he doesn't have white hair. He doesn't
Thank you very much, folks. Thanks a lot, very appreciate it, thank you. But the applause you just did goes to the people that I have here. They are really doing the real job on board. And I have to say that I'm proud of them all. But of course, the reason I'm here is to say thank you. Thank you all. I know very well that myself, the crew, the ship wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you all. So thanks again, and thank you for cruising. Hope you enjoy. Hope to see you soon. Have a nice day. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Captain Yenny. But crew, I have a question for you. Let us know. Do you want these guests to come back again? And what score do you want on that survey? What have you been working for? They want a 10 out of 10. Are you going to give them a 10 out of 10? Captain, can we have a family photograph? Can we have a family photo? Everyone, come on down the front. Beautiful people down the front. Get down here. We need that face down the front. Yes. Beautiful people in the front. Perfect, 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 perfect. Folks, get your cameras out. Get your cell phones out. It's a family photograph. We've enjoyed sailing with you so much, and we hope to see you again on another Carnival Fun Ship cruise in the not too distant future. Everybody, one more time, if you're not taking a photograph, give these guys and girls a huge round of applause. And how about we have a crazy face, silly photo, ready, go! Carnival Splendor family, thank you so much for your time this morning. Thank you for a fantastic week. Give a huge round of applause to each and every single one of these hard-working. If you do have any questions, as I said, I'll be waiting just down here. And do remember, give your cabin stewards, give your bartenders a high five and a big hug. Let them know they've done a good job. Thank you. I'll see you all around the ship. Don't miss out on the hairy chest competition up on the Lido deck. Bring your cameras and your hairy chested men.